Let's see what we've got down here. There's data here. According to this data, might be a code upstairs. Got some data here. Interesting. This could help.
If you can hear this, shelter is close by. Follow my voice. I've got water, food. Enough to last till the end. If anyone's out there, come in. Please. It'd be great to have some company. Not that my own company isn't great, just I'd love to share it. Got plenty of rooms down here. They're a little utilitarian. Still, way better than my first apartment.
Card's not moving. Looks like there's an ornament in there. How to get to it? I wonder if I can get to the other end of the tunnel. A lot of train cars. Where was this place? It's working. Whew. Glad the cart stopped. Should be useful. Cart should have power now. Alright, should be able to get to the... Ah! Whoa, 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 whoa! That was close. Well, at least the cart's not in my way anymore. What's that sound?
Hello? Is that someone out there? If so, your help would be greatly appreciated. But for some reason, this wily hatch has decided to ensnare me. Whoever you are, I hope you're as proficient at opening doors as you are at making a racket. Unless, of course, that loud crash was the sound of your untimely demise. In which case, I hope you are resting peacefully.
Got plenty of rooms down here. They're a little...
That being said, there's no reason to leap all the way to that conclusion.
way better than my first apartment.
Perhaps you're simply exploring these fascinating surroundings. I would hate to rush your curious mind. You know, for a decrepit metal cave, it's pretty cozy in here, too. Plenty of dark, moody corners, the earthy aroma of mold. Throw a few boar skins down, roll in a keg, and this abandoned shaft would surpass half the inns in the claim. Not to mention it comes with this charming, disembodied voice to keep you company. Quite soothing, in its own way. Reminds me of a lullaby once sung by my old mom. Though slightly deeper in pitch and more distressing in its contents. And I suppose it doesn't do much in terms of helping me sleep. Nevertheless, this site undoubtedly holds many marvels worth marveling. Perhaps they would be better enjoyed together, with me on the other side of the door. Hello? Well, either you're a product of wishful thinking, or you're standing on the other side of the door, indulging in my suffering.
Got it! Another ornament. I should give this to Stemmer the next time I see him. Got it. Okay, on my way!
Another fortunate swing of the hammer for old
Gildun?
Aloy! My flame-haired Nora, my damn fixer, my second set of hands! Who'd have thought we'd meet again in such familiar circumstances? Ha! Certainly not me.
What are you doing here?
Well, now, it all started when I heard the echoes of a most peculiar voice beckoning me into this beguiling place. But I resisted. I knew this was a special delve, one I had to share, so I went and fetched my friend Olvar, who was more than willing.
And where is he?
Alas, we got separated when we sailed into a howling tempest on the way back here. Blew me right overboard. I floundered about in the waves, certain I'd become snapmaw bait. But nope, the sea spat old Gildun right out onto the shore. Olvar undoubtedly thought I was a goner, and pressed on, as any true delver would. I followed in his footsteps as far as I could, until I came across a door that wouldn't budge. Naturally, I searched for another means of entry. That's when I uncovered an ancient lever, tantalizing in its door-opening potential.
So you pulled the lever.
I pulled the lever, which may have, upon reflection, sealed this door shut behind me. And thus do we find ourselves once again at a fortuitous meeting.
Can we step back a minute? How exactly are you here? The last time I saw you was in the dam way up north.
After your departure, I wandered here and there, dabbled in a few ruins, even tried my hand at another dam out past Barren Light. But nothing could quite compare to our delve.
You wandered all the way from Banuk territory to the Forbidden West?
An ember in the wind, girl. That's old Gildun. And as luck would have it, I bumped into an expedition headed for the Burning Shores. Now there's an opportunity for fellowship and adventure, I thought. So I chucked my lot in with theirs, and here we are.
Well, I'm not sure how you managed to get out here unscathed, but it's good to see you, Gildun. Tell me about this Olvar guy.
Our bond was forged on the road to these uncharted shores. Night after night, I relayed my previous ventures to my traveling companions. Olvar took it all in with a fascinated silence. So when we got here, we agreed to share our fortunes. The look on his face when I told him about this place. Nothing quite like the joy of a new delve shared with good company. After I fell off our boat, I searched all over for him. I was starting to think him lost when I found his camp up top. He'll be as happy as a sun-kissed Karja to find out I'm not dead.
I'm sure he will. Okay, so let me get this straight. You think Olvar somehow managed to get deeper in the ruin?
Courtesy of a handy-dandy shaft. Or, well, not so handy-dandy now that some rubble's blocked the way.
Right, so if we're gonna find him, we need to find a way past that door you mentioned.
We?
Yes, Gildun, I will help you find Olvar. And make sure you don't get yourself trapped again.
Marvelous! Just like old times. You with your surprising and perplexing ways. Me with my nose for danger and excitement. The door lies just ahead. After you. Welcome to my humble temporary abode.
Nice place.
Indeed. Would have loved to share this discovery with Olvar. Regrettably, I tumbled into the sea as the ruin entered our sights. But imagine my joy discovering my lanterns in this tunnel. Presuming me dead, Olvar put them to good use. So resourceful. This is where that dastardly lever was lurking.
Well, let's not pull any more levers.
Find something?
Well, there's a passcode left behind by one of the old ones. He was alone here. He broadcast the recording, hoping others would join him.
Did anyone come?
Not sure.
And here I present our Hinged Hindrance, the finale of our grand tour.
Yep, definitely blocked.
Not my first impassable obstacle. Ha-ha! Finally in! Crumbling stone, malodorous mildew, a delver's dream.
Looks like someone tried to blast into that room across the way.
Olvar's never been stingy on the blast paste. Yep, this pile of rubble is definitely an Olvar special.
Well, the path's blocked now. We'll have to find another way up.
The old ones must have loved
control
spending
panel's
time
fried.
underground to build these tunnels. Must have been great delvers. How do you suppose they went about creating these tunnels? By hand? Blast paste? Plow horn, perhaps?
We might be able to move this train car. Can I, get some help?
Anything you need!
All right, let's push.
Ah, the joys of locomotion. Did you hear that?
Yeah, let's keep our guard up.
I'll tell you, the number of delves where a crate saved my hide. Or nearly crushed it.
Door needs a code and key module. Hang tight down there. I'll look around.
No worthwhile delve is free of its devilish challenges.
Ah! Okay, maybe there's a way with less falling. Could check this vent, see what I find.
Best of luck! Personally, I've always been more proficient at losing things than finding them. You name it, I misplaced it. Hammers, shards, my pet crab, Garoon. I even lost my precious looking glass falling into the sea.
I need your help with another card upstairs, Gildun. I'll find you an easier way up.
My arms are at your service. I see you haven't lost your knack for hazardous traversal. Whoa! Oh, you're fine. Of course.
What this does? Huh. Moves the elevator. Hey, Gildun! Hop in!
Alrighty! What a splendid abundance of parts. Shall we get to pushing?
All right, push!
Oh boy! This cart's squealing worse than a boar on Smith Feast's Eve. There's that noise again.
It sounds like it's closer. I could use that cart on the upper floor to climb higher. Need to find a way on top of it first.
If only we had the good fortune to stumble upon another metal crate.
Or we could bring the one we've got upstairs. Hey, Gildun, think you can get to the elevator controls?
You mean climb across? Sure.
So, how did you and Olvar team up?
Traveling with a caravan. Yeah, he was prickly at first. Till I told him about Mum. Her priceless looking glass. And now I found one just like it.
He was interested in your looking glass?
He's an inquisitive mind. You two will be tighter than two nuts on a bolt. Ha ha! Still got it. All right, let's give this crank a whirl. Ready to go?
Bring me up, Gildun.
Aye, aye. I'll wait by these controls. I've had enough acrobatics for one day. What a bang! Olvar would be proud.
I can get the key module now.
Brilliant! Ha! Even the cavern's rumbling with excitement. Why, is it rumbling? Burrowers!
Now this is a find.
That one went down harder than an ant. Truly a machine's nightmare. Made that look effortless. Made crap out of that one. Another one down. Well done, girl.
Okay, I think that was all of them. Let's keep going.
One step closer to Olvar.
Bring me up, Gildun.
Aye, aye. We're in! Olvar must be wondering what all the commotion was about. Huh. Guess our friend found someone after all. No sign of Olvar, though.
We'll keep looking.
Did you find something?
This data. The soldier didn't write it. His friend did.
I knew he'd find someone. I don't like my
good.
chances of
Can't
getting
use
back
the
to those
pillcaster on
controls.
that.
Perhaps there's another way up. Maybe he's hiding. Quite the prank, Olvar!
Maybe behind that door?
He could be trapped and sleeping, so he can't hear us.
The door's locked. I need to find a way around.
Think I've consumed a few too many ale-braised peccaries to squeeze in there, but let me know what you find.
This must be Olvar. Looks like he barricaded himself in, but one burrowed past. Cold. He's been here a while. His explosives must have attracted burrowers. Is that? He stole Gildun's looking glass. That's probably when he pushed him off the boat. How am I gonna break this to Gildun?
Hey, Lloyd! See you there? Or are you doing that thing where you talk to yourself?
I shouldn't keep Gildun waiting.
There she is! A delver like no other, I must say. Well, let's hear it. Now, what could you have found back there? Whenever you're ready to talk, I'm ready to listen. Letting old Gildun savor the mystery, huh? Understandable. Don't you wish you could undiscover something so you could rediscover it? It'd be double the joy. Come now, girl, don't leave me with all this suspense. What did you find? So, any sign of my elusive partner?
Gildun... Olvar didn't make it. Machines got him. I found him holding this.
My looking glass, but how?
This isn't going to be easy to hear, but... I think he...
He really did care. He knew how special this was to me. That has to be why he held on to it. I was in his thoughts until the very end.
You know what, Gildun? I'm sure you're right. That is how you should remember him. And at least this way, you know what happened to him.
Yeah. You're right. Better a delve ended than never began, after all. Just a whole heap of rotten luck. Right when I finally found someone to be my friend. That's the way the hammer falls, I guess. You'd think I'd be used to it by now. Truth be told, I never had a lasting friend. I mean, when your own mum doesn't like you enough to stick around, why would anyone else? I'm really starting to think I might go my whole life like this. No matter what I do, what I say, in the end, I'll be inevitably all alone.
Hey, that is not true. You'll always have me, Gildun. And I might not be with you all the time, but there is a way for us to stay in touch. With this.
One of your tiny wonders?
It's called a focus. You put it on up here, like this.
Whoa! Sparks to steel. Look at that. And that. Over there, too. What a thing of beauty. No idea what it all means. But a dazzle all the same.
I will put you in touch with some friends of mine. They'll help you get up to speed on using the focus. And I meant what I said. If you ever really need me, give me a call. I'll always help a friend.
Before you skedaddle out of here, I've got something for you too. Figured you'd find a better use for it than me.
Thanks, Gildun. Until we meet again. Hey, Gaia? I just gave a focus to a friend of mine. Can you make sure he's patched into our network? And maybe check in on him now and then? He could use someone to talk to.
Certainly. I am happy to converse with him whenever he wishes.
Hello? Lou? Is this thing working?
Hello, Gildun. Let us continue our conversation on another frequency.
Whoa! Who was... Wait! Don't tell me. Another friend of a certain flame-haired Nora? By the Forge, this is gonna be marvelous.
Indeed it will.
Thanks, Gaia. I'm sorry, Gildun, but you need to hear the truth. You didn't drop that keepsake. And it wasn't an accident that you fell off your boat.
What? What are you getting at?
It was all Olvar, Gildun. He used you to find this place, and then he stole from you and tried to kill you.
Never one to mince words, is she? I guess I thought, just maybe, I might have found a friend. Ah, what do I know? Another pathetic day for old Gildun.
Gildun, think about everything that's happened. You said you fell off your boat on the way here, as soon as this ruin came in sight.
Quite an unhappy accident.
But instead of looking for you, Olvar kept going. He did everything he could to find something of value in this place. You also said your keepsake is worth a small fortune. And Olvar knew that.
That means he... But he wouldn't have. Not to his... Oh. That really kicks ash in your campfire now, doesn't it? Guess I thought... Just... Maybe I might have found a friend. What do I know? Has anyone ever mentioned your friend Gaia is quite the conversationalist? She never tires of old Gildun's musings. Gaia endowed me with an old world map. I'm gonna take a gander and then definitely head north. Or east. Or maybe south. To think the old ones had all the information in the world right in front of them. Ha! I bet they never had anything to argue about. These shores sure are plentiful with those towering ruins left by the old ones. I once delved into such a marvel. I climbed to a dizzying height and found it filled with such oddities. There were rows and rows of workbenches, some divided by short walls, others just strewn about. One floor after the other. Workbenches. Don't you think their operations would have been a thrilling sight? Imagine it! Waking up in the morning, ascending one of those towers, tools in hand, and you'd spend your days smelting and crafting amongst your fellow smiths. They must have been truly prolific and dedicated craftspeople to need so many workbenches. The armor that came out of there would probably crack a wide maw's teeth wide open. I'd wager any good shards that those smiths never tired of laboring in a forge like that. I can't wait to delve with this little wonder by my ear. So many doors will swing open, and hopefully stay open.
Note to self. Purchase a carrying case for one looking glass.
Gildun?
Aloy? Is that you in my ear? What a plethora of fantastic functions this tiny treasure holds.
It sure does.
So much to learn. Let's get back to it.
Girl, you will not believe what I witnessed. A metal devil rose from across the sea, took half the mountain with it, and went for a dip in the ocean. I never pictured such a substantial machine to be a good swimmer, but I suppose it is somewhat jellyfish-like. Then, just as I was pondering what it was doing in there among the tides, BAM! It exploded. I suppose the seas weren't too welcoming to it. Now that I think of it, the Metal Devil and I have that in common.